Hello, and welcome to Love Out Loud with First Baptist Church in Jacksonville. My name is Caleb, and I would like to share some thoughts about the themes of Advent. In case you're like me and didn't grow up with these or otherwise don't have them memorized, the four themes are hope, peace, joy, and love. I was refreshing myself on these after getting a suggestion to focus on my favorite one for this devotion while I was trying to brainstorm ideas. And as I looked at them in a list, something clicked for me that made me realize something I hadn't thought of before. Like some other themes or lists in the Bible, like the fruit of the Spirit, for instance, these four ideas are very closely linked to one another. It's a lot easier to have peace or a sense of wholeness about things when you have hope for how things are or how they could go. It's a lot easier to feel joy when you have a sense of peace. And it's a lot easier to feel love for someone when you have joy or happiness for them, their life, your connection with them, or a sense of empathy for them in general. And God miraculously gives us all of these things through His love and His Son, Jesus. However, things don't always seem that easy or work out that smoothly, do they? Every year there are stats and reports about how people are often the saddest around the holiday season. And I'll be honest with you, with everything going on in our country and in the world this year, more than most, I'm also feeling the intensity and uncertainty of things this year. So much so that some days it's hard to think about these themes of hope, peace, joy, or love. However, there's another part about the sensation I had when looking at these themes listed together. I really felt something pull at me when I actually looked at all the words in a group instead of doing what I normally do, which is think about them individually or try to remember their order when looking at Advent calendars or wreaths. This time, when I looked at them all and thought of them as one, God blessed me with that sense of peace. And quite honestly, nearly made me cry sitting at my desk as I saw that all these connected to a verse from Psalms that's been rattling around in my head for some weeks now. Psalm chapter 30, the second half of verse 5. Weeping may last for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. Things can be hard right now. I know I'm not the only one who's felt this way recently with hurricanes, wars, conflicts, political cycles, and sensationalism and everything else in the news. Or even if it's something in your personal life. You know, we all know what a night like this verse in Psalms is describing. Weeping with sadness, worry, and everything else. And sometimes those nights are long. Metaphorically or in reality, sometimes those are just long nights and long times. Sometimes they're painful. Sometimes dawn can't come soon enough. But with God, we will always have the morning. This is what had me shaken when I read those four words together. Weeping and sorrow may last for the night, but joy comes in the morning. God's love will always see us through. He wants us to be with Him, and He will give us that joy if we seek Him and seek it. Even in the darkest nights, God will bless us with the hope of the next day. When we have that, then we can still feel the day-to-day peace that comes with the faith of God's salvation, even when we're still stuck in the nighttime. Then we can have the fullest appreciation of the purest joy, both here and in God's kingdom. And all of this through the love that God has for us and wants to show us each and every day. Because if we can shine that light and love, then we can show it to those around us when they are going through those weeping, sorrowful nights of their own. So, do yourself a favor. Please read all of Psalm 30. It's not very long. It's only 12 verses. And whether you do or not, I want to share another verse from it, verse 11. Thou hast turned for me my mourning into dancing. Thou hast put off my sackcloth and girded me with gladness. When we allow God to help us feel that hope, peace, joy, and love, He helps us set that sadness aside and surrounds us with happiness. I know this isn't exactly a Christmas verse, but the beauty of the Bible is how so interwoven it is, and it builds upon itself over and over and over. So I hope and pray that this gives you a little bit of light today. If you have any questions about God's love and what it can mean for you, please feel free to reach out to us at First Baptist Church on Mound in Jacksonville. You can also visit our Facebook page where we share these devotions along with our regular Sunday services every week. In the meantime, thank you again for joining us. Have hope, peace, joy, and love. Love on. Merry Christmas, and God bless.